I hope tomorrow will bring a better you, a better me. I know that we'll show this world we got more we could be.
My name is Alexia Hogan. That was the name that I was born with. But as a writer, I write under the pen name Ama Kuma. When I was 5 years old, the Tooth Fairy gave me my very first dollar. And at some point in the day, the teacher asked, well, does anybody have money for the book fair? And I didn't really intend to use the dollar for the book fair. I just brought it to school to show it off. So I left the classroom and I went to the library, and I remember vividly just looking around at all the different options there were, and I said, you know what? I'm going to spend my dollar on a book today. So I bought a little book about a green witch, and that was the very first thing that I have ever bought in my life. That was the very first thing I bought in life. I never intended to write a book. The goal was never to be a writer. My goal coming out of grad school was to be a teacher. I really felt passionate about children. I didn't want to pursue getting a PhD. I really wanted to be in the community, working directly with children. I had a passion for teaching. There was one day where one of my students she was retained in the 3rd grade, it was her second time in 3rd grade, she discovered a book about Harriet Tubman. I would have them go in groups to the back of the classroom to pick their books for reading time. And she discovered a book about Harriet Tubman. And the look on her face when she saw the book was a look that I had never seen in her before. And she took the book and she brought it up to me at my desk, and she said, Miss Hogan, who is this? And I said, well, she is a very important person in history. You know, she was a slave, and she became free, and she freed a lot of other slaves. She said, oh, where is she? And I said, well, I mean, she was born in such and such. Is she still alive? And I'm looking at this little girl. I'm like, this is the little girl who doesn't want to read anything. And she has been retained. And this is somebody who I have finally seen be genuinely interested in reading something. There's a diversity problem. That's the problem. There is a diversity problem. And we need more books that young black children can relate to. We need more books that young Asian children can relate to. We need more books that young Native American children can relate to, disabled children. And we need books out there to help other children who don't have those experiences of being black, of being Asian. We need those books to teach other children that everybody is important. Everybody matters. That way, when they grow up and they see different people in different positions, they're not surprised. They're not thinking, well, no one ever told me that, you know, this type of person could do these things. I never really believed it. So I've always had this perception about this group of people that was completely false and built on ignorant racist stereotypes. So it was very important to me. It became important for me to write because all children need to feel important, number one, and all children need to learn how to respect everyone else. And when we have a society where all children feel important and all children respect everyone else, then we begin to have a society that's built on love and respect instead of hate and ignorance. I think about the kids today, you know, where are they going? What direction do they need to be steered in? And that is what keeps me going, and that's what kept me writing when I did not have a computer. When my computer broke down, I got up after work, even though I was tired, and I went to the Maitland Public Library, and I sat down and I would just write. And I couldn't save it on the computers because it would delete all the files at the end of the night. So I just emailed to myself, and I'd come back to it every couple of days until I was finished, and I would read it, I would revise it, I would read it again, I would add to it, I would change it, I would revise it. It just became a whole, the story took on a whole life of its own at some point. The book is built off of a life experience that I had around the 7th grade. So the character Nandi is a lot like me. Nandi is a lot like me. I don't want to show you the inside. I don't want to give too much away. But it's also a reflection of a lot of the things that I saw in the students that I taught. Some of the lessons I feel that they needed to learn. And so I wanted to build a story where there was a strong family unit, where there was support for Nandi in her journey. And I just wanted it to be relatable, and I wanted there to be a lesson that people could take away in their heart and could carry with them long after they read it, years after they read it. Something that they look back on and say, oh, I remember that. And I learned this and that from this book, and this book helped me to do this. That's what the goal was. That was the intention. So there will be a contest for elementary school students, creative writing contest, and I will be sharing more information on that on my Facebook page. So make sure you go on to Facebook, find my page, Nandi's Unexpected Gift, and go ahead and click the like button. I promise you won't be disappointed. And I just can't wait to share more of this journey with you. So thank you for watching.
To be strong, you gotta get up, get out, get into it, get it on. To be strong, you gotta get up, get out, get into it, get it on. To be strong.